Well, I think it's winter. It's not snowing yet, quite. But it's about time we got the Scout in shape for a new season. Yeah, we noticed the water pump is leaking a little bit, so I've got a new one waiting to go in. Yep, I think it's the inside piece that was supposed to unscrew, but I'll take it. Okay, got her stripped down a little. Gotta say, the old bearing seems pretty good. It wasn't the bearing that was leaking, it was just coming up around this flange here. Okay, well, I got the pump off and brought it inside because, well, it's warmer inside. I gotta say, it really doesn't look that bad. Obviously the gasket has seen better days. So you know how newer rigs have weird E-torques and shit everywhere? Yeah, the Scout's got Phillips everywhere. Okay, I went ahead and I cleaned this up here, used a razor blade and some sandpaper and got most of the old residue off of it. It's not badly corroded or even really corroded at all, it just had some gunk on it. So it's clean now, and I went over it with some of this Indian head gasket shellac. Might make it a little hard to take off next time, but hopefully that'll be a long time. I don't think the last guy put any kind of sealer on it, so that might be why it failed. So yeah, I'm gonna let this tack up, and then I've got the rest of it ready to slap on. And I can start trying to remember where all these parts went. Water pump's in. Now, where to put the fan? There it is. Fan's back in. Also, it's getting real cold out here. Alright, well, here's something I didn't expect to see today. There's a grub in here. This is the drain cock. It appears something built a nest in the drain cock, which is why it wasn't draining. And this thing still works, so that's nice. Yeah, it's just, it's got a little valve that closes down here and then actually a left-hand thread inside. So that when you turn it to close it, you're actually bringing it out, which is closing the valve on the inside. Very clever design, but clearly they didn't count on mud daubers. So on most newer engines you've got a serpentine belt with a spring tensioner. On older engines you've usually got some kind of screw tensioner. On this thing you've got an old school tensioner. Just a little force against it here. Put the wrench on backwards. Okay, well, if the coyotes don't come eat me, now it's time to put the coolant back in. Okay, here goes. And in case of further maggots, I've got a sock. Oh, that looks unpleasant. Oh, that's cold. Okay, well, there's that done. Hopefully the next time we warm it up, the coolant stays where it's supposed to be, and all is good. Well, I guess it's properly winter now. Went ahead and took this thing for a quick plow of the driveway today, and it did a pretty good job of it. It just leaked a little bit still around this seal here. You can see a lot of Permatex came out. I think I just used too much of it, let it dry too much before I put it back together. So yeah, there was a little coolant leaking out. I've gone ahead and snugged up the bolts. Nice that all you need on one of these to do that is a double-ended wrench. One of the weak points of the Scout, in my opinion, is this little pin that's supposed to hold the blade on straight. Usually it works just fine, but when it gets to be this time of year and you get to have some really hard snowbanks, all it takes is clipping one and the pin bends. You clip it especially hard, it gets quite a bend in it. So that's thicker than I can cold work. I don't have a hydraulic press or anything, so yeah. Got my super not entirely scooping brake drum forge up and going. Now the only thing I've ever made with this was a spork out of a piece of rebar. Incidentally, if you make a spork out of a piece of rebar and then try to eat with it, it tastes kind of terrible. I'm not certain why. running out of charcoal here, and I'm not sure it's hot enough. Very, very warm. It's slightly straighter. Back in it goes. Okay, well I managed to heat it up enough to beat on it twice. And I think I got it just about straight again. So, yeah. There we go. Well, got me through the day. It's a little less straight than it was when I straightened it. Yep, same snow pile. But it goes in and out still, so I'm not going to worry about it for now. It's 50 degrees today, and it's March, so you'd think we'd be done with snow, but no. Snowed again last night. And yeah, so I just plowed some disgusting slop. Old girl's doing pretty well. New water pump's holding up just fine. We do have a new electric fuel pump waiting on the shelf to go in, because the mechanical is just kind of a pain in the ass if it sat for any period of time. But she did alright this winter because it snowed enough that she didn't really sit for any period of time. So, yeah, that'll go in at some point, but there are a few things in line in front of it. My dad's V8 Triumph build for one. And there's a little blue CJ. We need to put new floors in, and new fuel system. And depending on how time goes this summer, might finally be time to wake this thing up. Don't think I've ever introduced you guys to this thing. Well, I'll have to come later.